Hello again. Welcome to Nana's Kitchen. Night 2 of making dinner and posting for you. I told you last night, of course, if you saw it, it was my first time recording. Had some mistakes. I dropped the phone a couple of times. Got a little too close to my face a couple of times. So, kind of saw how old I really am. But yes, I am in my robe tonight. Look, I stay at home most of the time. I hardly go anywhere. If you ever see me in a video with makeup on, it's because I actually had to be an adult that day and do adulting things, be a real person. This is the way you're going to see me. So, whatever. I'm not here for you to look at me or judge me. I just want to cook you some food and give you some good recipes. So last night was a chicken fried steak. It was amazing. And if you saw that video, I told you that, and I showed you that my steak was pretty slathered in gravy and that I would probably come back for more. And I did. But it was very good. I actually couldn't finish my plate. But anyway, today's been a day. Not just a day, just the last 2 hours. So, beside the fact that all last week we were snowed in, my oldest daughter, who is pregnant, and her 3 kids stayed here all week because there was no school last week. Also, there was no school Monday, so I had them yesterday. And on Tuesdays and Thursdays, my bonus daughter has to take her daughter to gymnastics, so she can't pick them up from school. So they ride the bus to our house until their mom gets off work. Well, the oldest grandson today decided that he was just going to pull all kinds of shenanigans and was just wrestling with the other kids and just being a 13-year-old boy, I guess. But it was constant, Nana, he's doing this. Nana, he's doing that. So, needless to say, I broke out the cooking wine a little earlier tonight. But tonight's going to be fairly easy. We're just going to do chicken spaghetti. Okay? Some of you have made this. Some of you have maybe had it but never made it yourself. People use different ingredients. Some put a cream of chicken soup in there and or a cream of mushroom soup. I don't do that. I just try to keep it as simple as possible. So I am going to start with, I've got a package of chicken tenderloins. This is what I always use. And let me bring you over here. Okay, maybe you can see me. So I've got a small package with a few pieces that I had left over from a previous meal. I don't even remember what that was now. So we're going to use those. I'm going to put these into a big Ziploc bag. Honey, can you throw that away, please? Okay. And I've got another full pack here that I'm going to get into. I'm not going to use all of these. It doesn't take very much. The rest of them will be used for chicken quesadillas in a couple of days. So I'm just going to put a few more in here. And we may even have enough left over for another meal. So this package of chicken tenderloins was $9.14. Okay. I mean, what are they doing to the chickens? Why are all of our prices going up? They don't have gold in the package. I don't know why they're so expensive. But the good thing is you can get 2 to 3 meals out of this. So, break it down. $3 a meal for 3 meals. Not so bad. Okay, I'm going to just put those to the side. while I finish getting this ready. I'm gonna rinse my hands off. And when my grandkids are here, they love to help cook. They started learning kind of at an early age how to cook just little basic, simple things. They love to help me cook. I normally don't let them touch raw meat, but they have become very diligent without me having to tell them to go wash their hands with soap and hot water after they do. So I'm real proud of them for that. And so I'm just going to take a little neutral oil. This is just canola oil. Put a little bit in the bag with the chicken tenderloins. Get all of them coated with the chicken. And then I'm going to put in only about half a packet of taco seasoning. And I'm not worried about if this gets evenly distributed while it's in the bag, because I am going to shred this chicken before we put it into the spaghetti. So this part really doesn't matter how welly, I just invented a new word. How well incorporated it is. Oh, I forgot to turn on my oven. So these are, like I said, little chicken tenderloins. They only take maybe 15 to 20 minutes to cook, okay? I'm going to put my oven on 325. Now, some of you that may be new cooks, maybe you're newly married, whatever, just starting out on your own, you know you want everything done at the same time. You don't want one part of your dinner done and getting cold while you're waiting for the rest of it to finish cooking. So, I'm sorry I keep noticing how fat I've gotten. I am so sorry. I just look like a beached whale. But anyway, we know that the one thing that is going to take the longest to cook is the spaghetti. So I've already got my pot here with just water in it. Okay. I am going to add, oh, I'm sorry. Short people problems are real, y'all. I'm only 5 feet tall, just 5 foot nothing. So if I have to reach something in the spice cabinet that's way in the back, this is my tool to get it. No lie, I'm sure you'll see me at one point or another having to get spices with this little thingy. All right, so I'm going to turn my heat on pretty darn high. Salt your water aggressively. Pasta is pasta. It's dry. It has no flavor. It's going to soak up what you put in there. It needs the salt. Okay? Even though we're putting other stuff with it, add the dang salt. And oil to keep the noodles from sticking together. Some people say, oh, that's just BS, it doesn't work. Yeah, it does. And when we put the pasta in the water, I'll show you how it does actually work. Okay. So, quite a generous amount of oil also. Oven 325. Okay, let's go back over here. Oh, and if you did see my video from last night, you know that I don't have a stand for my phone. So I ordered a tripod for it today. It should be here in just a couple of days. So hopefully, like I said, things will start getting easier and a little smoother. So just bear with me. Keep cooking with me. And we'll do this together. I need your support. Just put these in a single layer on my foil-lined sheet pan, because the fewer dishes we mess up, the fewer we have to wash. Okay? So I'm going to let these just hang out for a few minutes. Let me throw this stuff away. I'll be right back. And I'm going to give my hands a quick wash. And another thing, when you've been touching raw meat and you're washing your hands, get up under those fingernails. You know, you're digging in seasoning and you're still touching raw meat all in there. So wash under your fingernails. Very key, okay? Very important. You don't want to contaminate your family. You don't want to kill them with salmonella. Okay, so for my cheese sauce, I've just got a regular saucepan, can of the Great Value Rotel, dumping it in. Oh my gosh. I don't know about y'all, but I just love the smell of that. It just, could wear that as a perfume. And normally, I would buy the block cheese, the Great Value version of Velveeta. Okay, so I guess in the ice storm panic, not only was everyone buying bread milk, they were also buying block cheese. And all they had was a 2-pound package. I didn't need 2 pounds. I didn't want to pay $8 for 2 pounds. So I've just found this Great Value cheese dip for like $2 something. Okay? I've never used this in my chicken spaghetti, but we're going to see how it goes. Let me get a spoon. You improvise, just like I said last night. You don't have what you need. My gosh, that's some thick stuff. No wonder I've never used this. Do y'all actually use this as dip? That stuff is thick. Oh my gosh. And like I said, I don't put cream of chicken soup in it. I don't put cream of mushroom soup in it. If you want to, go right ahead. Like I said before, it's your kitchen, your food, so you cook it your way. I am going to try to wrestle the rest of this cheese out of this jar. Goodness. Now, I have gotten jarred cheese dip or jarred spinach dip before. It's never been this consistency. And I thought I was going to have to get a knife and start cutting it. Okay. And it is just 15 ounces instead of 16 ounces, which you would normally use. But I still think this is going to be plenty for the chicken spaghetti. So I'm not going to turn that on yet because, again, we still have to wait for the chicken to cook. We have to wait for the water to come to a boil and put the spaghetti noodles in. So I will come back when it's time to put the noodles in and show you what you do to keep your noodles from sticking. Okay, contrary to popular belief. I'll see you in a few.